Trevor the traction engine was talking to Edward one morning. Edward had brought supplies to the vicar's orchard, and the two were catching up on the day's events. As they spoke, they heard a loud whistle. It was James, pulling trucks on Edward's branch line. He looked cross.
Filthy trucks, tiny branch line, all dying everywhere. Oh, who's this you're talking to, Edward?
Oh, James. This is Trevor. He works at the vicarage orchard over there.
This is who you saved from scrap. He's so small.
James!
I mean, what use is he?
I can saw wood, I help give people rides, and I help with construction.
How can you do that without the help of another engine? Look how small and slow he is.
I can't help it if that's how I'm built. That doesn't make me any less useful than the next piece of machinery.
Maybe if you were as useful as me, you wouldn't be at the risk for scrap in the first place.
James left in a huff, leaving Edward feeling cross.
Oh, James. Never mind, James. Trevor. He's always been like that, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure what I did to upset him.
Well, the sad thing is, you haven't really done anything to upset him. He's just in a foul mood just because he's on goods again. Never mind, though. He'll soon realize how useful you really are.
Trevor thought to himself of when that might be. Lately, the Fat Controller has been working on a new harbour on Thomas's branch line. There was a lot of work that needed to be done, so he asked the vicar if he could borrow Trevor to help with the construction. Trevor was excited. Each morning, Thomas would come to collect Trevor and bring him to the construction site. Trevor enjoyed this as he got to work by the seaside and tow supplies to where they were needed. One morning, Trevor was loaded onto his truck as usual, waiting outside Ellsbridge Station in the yard. However, instead of Thomas coming to collect him, he saw James coming towards him. Trevor thought about what he would say to him, but James wasn't paying attention.
I have to be dragged out of the shed to bring Trevor to Thomas's branch line. Why couldn't one of those little tank engines... Uh-oh.
James had biffed the truck hard enough to send it onto the main line.
Hang on, Trevor. I'm coming.
Trevor was soon speeding down the line, his flatbed out of control and no brake van to slow him down. Trevor kept his eyes shut. He didn't want to open them until he saw Henry. He was speeding from the other direction with a goods train. Henry whistled to warn the signalman. He quickly changed the points and switched Henry to another line to allow Trevor to pass. Henry was surprised.
I never want to go this fast ever again.
He cried. James was panting from behind, trying to catch the runaway traction engine. It wasn't long till Trevor reached Gordon's Hill. Soon enough, he began to slow down. Trevor opened his eyes and sighed in relief until he began to roll backwards.
Bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day.
James finally caught up to Trevor, only to see Trevor heading towards him.
Oh no! Back up quickly!
His driver slammed on the brakes and reversed James as fast as he could.
James, I want to stop.
Don't worry, Trevor. We'll stop you.
The driver started to slow James down to allow Trevor to catch up. Once the flatbed hit his buffers, they began to slow down until they came to a complete stop. Everyone sighed in relief.
Are you alright, Trevor?
Yes, but I never want to go fast like that ever again.
I understand. I'm sorry for causing all this.
It's alright, James. It could happen to anyone. Although, for this unexpected moment, I went faster than you could ever imagine.
Both engines laughed. When James brought Trevor to the harbour, the Fat Controller had heard everything and was not happy with James's careless behaviour. He tasked James with the construction as punishment. Every day, he'd bring Trevor to the harbour and did the work that was needed. During that time, he'd see Trevor bustling about the site. He was surprised to see the little traction engine working so hard. James brought Trevor home. He was glad to be over with it, but was glad to make a new friend in Trevor.